You see me?
Okay.
What I go on, this a classic on the screen. Classic on this. The record how we own it. The brothers are rich.
It's a new bride.
New bride.
Okay, I'm ready. First
Carpenter. Yeah, I got some shit in my head, man.
Nah, you good, man.
Oh, work. We in the building. Your boy Mo Demavi. You already know. Mo for short. Yeah, go ahead. Okay. What you do?
Oh shit, a little buff. Nigga got buff. Hope I'm looking good.
What up?
What's going on? It's your man Mack Taylor. You know, 1/3 of Rich Brothers. Shouts out to my man F Shaw. Shouts out to Tuck. Shouts out to Saga. Shouts out to Young Wise. Shouts out to Zeus. You know what I mean? That's the extended Rich Brother family. But let's get to it.
You straight, man. Y'all Idris Alba's niggas, man. Y'all need to fall back, man. Real talk.
I'm gonna let it. Keep it. Yo, WEOWNIT is the concept of just taking control of your own destiny, your own music. WEOWNIT, like I said, it was concept evolved into a record label. P Pressure, 1MC, myself, classic. And it's just an extension of a whole movement. WEOWNIT. Best way to say it. Right? Best way to describe it. Wait, Mo, what up?
Rich Brothers. Rich Brothers started out as a group. Now it's a label or a business, rather than say, or whatever. We want to do many things with that name. Right now, consisting of 3 artists. Mack Taylor, of course. You know, that was the first founder of Rich Brothers Entertainment. Of course, your boy Mo Demavi. I'm one of the main founders as well. And we have another dude on the camp now, your boy JB Smooth or whatever, you know. I don't know what's his real official rap name. I'm so close with the nigga, I call him JB, you know.
Devon Anthony,
that's what he wants to call himself. That's cool. But I know him as JB. Why? Because that's my nigga right there, you know. That's what we call him in the crib.
Rich Brothers consists of myself, Mack Taylor, Mo Demavi, and Devon Anthony. As of right now, that is the active roster. We have many artists, but as of right now, those are the 3 active members of Rich Brothers.
Started with my mom and my dad got together and
Hold on, I got a
one night
ball.
had some
It's good, man.
some sexual healing going on.
That's how everybody started, Marvin Gaye style.
Nah, WEOWNIT Records came together before it was actually a company. It was just connecting with some really talented people. I was just trying to connect with some really talented people. I got a call from P. Actually, before I got a call from Pressure, I started seeing him everywhere. I think he hit me up crazy on the MySpace. I had a bunch of messages from him. I saw him on the Rapathon, and one day he called me out of nowhere. He was like, "What you doing?" He took me to the studio, played me some incredible records, and I saw his passion for music. Basically, I introduced him to my partner, 1MC, who was a close friend of mine at the time, and I just wanted to show him that passion, and I hadn't seen that passion in any other artist besides 1MC and Pressure. We all kind of just put it together, came up with a clever name, WEOWNIT Records, and the rest is kind of history.
Okay.
Wait. You sure I ain't got no white shit in my head, man? That's
Nah,
you flying.
It came about when this nigga Mo Demavi, right? Rich Brothers was, how did it come about? Like I said, it all started with talent. It all started from, you know, dudes being from, you know, the hood. Basically, we're products of our own environment, and there's not too many roads you could go on. But Rich Brothers started with dudes choosing to take a better path or whatever. We could have went, you know, the crack way. We could have went hustling. We could have been doing all type of stick-ups or whatever. We're not into that or whatever. We took the rap way.
how did it come about? So it's a long story to that, but originally the name came from a man by the name of Will. He's actually the father of my homeboy Shakes, and we used to, me, my younger brother, and my man Zeus at the time, before we met back up with Mo Damavi, we were walking, we were always rolling a clique, and we was always fresh. So he was like, y'all some rich brothers, and every time he saw us, he was like, rich brothers, rich brothers. So it kind of stuck with us, and then we started doing the music thing, and I just thought, you know, it is what it is. We met up with Mo Damavi, we linked back up with the whole clique, and then he was like, what's the name? Rich Brothers, bitch. So, you know.
It's automatic. I think the first time I was kind of writing, initially it was to I wouldn't say sit at the cool table, but it was just something that I took pride in. You know, I wanted to just be the best rapper in Truman High School at the time. That's how I started. And then after a while, it's just like a habit, just kind of like anything else. You just do it every day. It has a mind of its own, and then it just comes to a point where if you don't do music, you start to feel funny. Even when you take a break from it, you always got to get back to it, and you find yourself just writing. So it's just natural.
Why do I do music? Because I consider myself a rap head. And honestly, the music that I've grown up on, I've loved lyrics. That's me. Why do I do music? Is because just like everybody else, nobody wants to admit it, there was always somebody before you that made something look amazing to you, whether it was, you know, they were an actor, whether they were a sports, you know, entertainer or something like that. Rap was something that I got to see at a young age, and I really admired it. Look at me. I admired it, and I wanted to do the same thing. It's just like, look, I can do that. I grew up in the, you know, I'm an 80s kid. I was born in 88, but I grew up in the 90s, and it was a lot of storytelling. And I loved how a guy could put together a story, not just a guy, but a girl. You know, there's many female artists, not to take away from them, could put together a story or whatever and be witty with it and, you know, get it out. And it's just like, wow, that's so creative. Like, why can't I do it? It's basically poetry over a beat. So that's why I do it. I want to be able to tell my story and inspire somebody else just like I was inspired. That's why I do it.
Because I always thought I was better than the niggas I was hearing. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I actually started out battle rapping, and I used to hear niggas say the worst stuff. And me just having the vocabulary I had at the time, and right now, like, I was just like, I'm gonna destroy these. I can say something way better than what he said, and that's how it started. And then I just branched off into writing songs and things like that, because I originally started off singing instead of rapping. So yeah, that's how it goes.
Great question. I think it's more crafty. I have more control over it. Before it was more instinctual. It was just hunger. It was just me coming out saying exactly what I had on my mind. It was very emotional. It was just kind of not really thinking about it from a marketing aspect. But now I just take more time in the actual delivery of it, perfecting it more. It was kind of just passionate and unadulterated early on. Now it's just more kind of a more put together kind of sound, and now I'm just taking more time. So it's mature, you know what I mean? It's more definitely more mature.
Shit. Yo, everybody, check this out. Everybody first raps is about they the best rapper ever. That's the garbage. You have to get all that out your system. Like, you are not the best artist. That gives you that ego that you need to really get on to what you want to portray or whatever, what you want to say to people. So from the beginning, you know, all my raps, I forgot, like, one of my first rap names was like Pac-Man or something, like, and I used to rap about Pac-Man is the greatest, this, that, and the third, and I just switched names and went on to something else. And it's just like, after doing that, as I slowly found myself growing up or whatever, you start to talk about things that are real. You start to bring out more truth. You're able to put your truth into the music. And that's where I've changed as far as the flow. I would say the flow has always been the same or whatever, but it's changed in the sense of I'm not rapping about I'm the best or whatever. I feel I'm the best when it comes to anything or whatever, because I dedicate myself to anything, but what I talk about now. So you'll see there's a difference. I'm not bragging about it or whatever. I'm gonna say things and I'm like, well, that was better than that other guy's bar or whatever. But you know, that's a matter of your opinion. But that's what's changed in my music. And I also, one thing that I noticed changed, I don't write shit down no more. I don't write no lyrics down in a book. I get a better sense of my lyrics when I keep practicing them over and over, like how Biggie and Jay-Z said they don't write anymore. That seems to work for me. If I sit there with a beat and I just play it over and over and I keep rhyming it until I got a whole 16, I'm the first person to remember their lyrics. Even if the other guys have written down their lyrics and they have the verse ready, I'm the first one to know my rhyme, bar per bar, every little flow and little edge to it. I'm the one to remember it the best because I didn't write it down. I just keep saying it until I get it. So that also changed within me.
My music changed because my living situation changed. I used to talk a lot of murder, death, kill, I'm gonna shoot your mother in the face type stuff, because that's how I felt and that's what was going through my mind at the time. It was hard. So when I started to grow up and mature and realize I have to take responsibility for what comes out of my mouth and how people view me, I started to become more aware of the content I had to put in my records. So it's matured a lot.
Yeah, that's a conversation that would go on forever, but definitely I think we all have different kind of superpowers and different strengths. Lyrical, I'm going to give it a shock value. I'm going to give it that shock value that actually paying attention to the lyrical dexterity. But then that's not taking anything away from pressure on one MC, because you can't in front of them, they're going to get a totally different answer. But who's the most lyrical classic? Yes.
In my camp, depends on which day of the week it is. But as far as how I feel, I'm the most lyrical. Why? Is because I take my bars seriously. Like I love, like I said, I love this art. Rap is an art, all right? It's nothing but poetry over a beat. How you get out your feelings, your emotions, how anything, you know, from the past to how you're gonna handle something in the future. Rap, you can put anything on a beat or whatever and talk about it. As long as you're very smart about it, as long as you can flow with it, you can sell it as an art. And I love that. And I feel I'm the most, you know, lyrical, because I really do that. So when I'm sitting there and I'm writing a rhyme or whatever, we have a lot of feelings or whatever. Like you can just, it's easy to rhyme. Dr. Seuss rhymed or whatever. But when you sit there and you think about your next lyric or whatever, it's like, I want this to rhyme with this. So sometimes what I have to do or whatever, it's not often, but I have to think backwards. Like I want this word to be my last bar. So I'll write rhymes backwards or whatever just to go with the last bar, because that line is just so lyrical. It's just like I want everything else to flow with that. I don't want the last bar to be weak compared to that. So it's in me. I think about my bars. I literally worry about bar per bar. So if you was to break me down, you'll see that, damn, this nigga really, he cares about his bar. Like that's, at the end of the day, the most important thing to me.
Most lyrical, hands down, Jesus. Now, most lyrical in my camp, I would have to give that to Modomabi, due to the fact that he say shit that you won't get till 3 months later. Like he'll say a punchline, you be like, nigga. Like it'll have 3 different ways you could take that punchline, and then yeah, like you would have to explain it to a nigga with a less than an 8th grade education. You would have to break it down because they wouldn't understand it. Like it's so crazy. So I can get lyrical when I want to, but I learned from Lupe Fiasco to dumb it down. So you know what I mean. So the masses can understand you. But as far as intelligent thinking and Wordplay, hands down, Mo the Mobby.
Wow. That's off top my automatic response. I would say 1MC, but Pressure, he's like, he's just clever in his own kind of way. He's definitely clever in his own kind of way. One's just witty, just on in a cool kind of way. P's the more intense thinker. Like, he would say something, you'd be like, wow. You know, you could tell he took some time to actually think about it. 1MC is just kind of just natural. Me and my girl go together like the hoop and the net. Kind of lines like that. I mean, it's like, okay. It's clever, witty. So I give that to 1MC.
The most witty? Same thing. Me. I try. And what's crazy, alright, when it comes to lyricism, I feel I'm the most. And then, like I said, depending on what day, then there's Mack Taylor. Mack Taylor is one of the most witty dudes too that I've ever worked with, and that's why I'm still with Rich Brothaz, because this dude is crazy talented, and we both feed off each other's energy. So if he has a really witty day or whatever, and he's writing something, and I walk in on it, and it's just like, wow, like, okay, now you start to feed off your camp's energy, and then I start to put in, you know, my piece or whatever, and it's just like, oh, okay, so we feed off each other's wits. Now, like I said, it depends on what day of the, you know, week it is, but when it comes down to it, you know, like I'm very competitive when it comes to this lyricism and wittiness. I would have to say me again, because it's bar per bar. There's more bars in a verse. So bar per bar, I'm more witty. But that man, he's a songwriter. I love that in him. This man could come up with a song and his hooks are more witty than mine. Alright, like, you know how Drake writes a hook and then the hook sounds like a 16 because he's just flowing through it rather than just saying the same thing. This man could come up with any type of hook and it's witty, and you're like, wow, alright, now I want to be a part of that beat. It was a beat a minute ago, but now what he just added to it is so witty that I want to be a part of. So like I said, it's, you know, it's a runners up type of thing, but if you ask me opinion, I'm the most witty, bar per bar.
Most witty, I would have to say my motherfucking self. So, you know what I'm saying? I might sound cocky, but I'll tell you straight to your face, I'll fuck your wife. And I mean it. Like, when I say it, I mean it. So, don't leave your girl around me, true player for real. Nah, but I'm just, I believe I'm the most the wittiest of Rich Brothaz.
Then I gotta get that to Pressure. It's not, I'm not just trying to give everybody they do, but it's honestly, Pressure, he has a certain appeal about him that can kind of float in a lot of different situations. I think he can adapt to the hood as equally having a more diverse sound. Definitely, you put him on a radio station, you ask for bars, you can get bars from Pressure. That's what I always respect him, as an MC, you can get bars. But you put him literally in the studio with the most acclaimed artists, I believe he can also function in that level too, in terms of R&B artists, rock artists, whatever it is. So I believe he has a great, well-rounded kind of bass. So I definitely give that to P Pressure.
Well-rounded artist. That nigga Mack Taylor, he's so good. That's that gay shit Drake said about Wayne. But I get it, when you vibe with your team, that's that feeling you get. You want to express to people how much you respect their game and their thrive or whatever. And I would have to say the most well-rounded or whatever would be Mack Taylor. Why? Is because he has those punches or whatever. I still feel as though I'm the most lyrical and stuff like that, but he does it lyrically. He has that thrive to do it, and he does so much or whatever. Like, he holds a lot on his shoulders. So I would say the most well-rounded person or whatever. If I can't come up with a hook at the time, I go in this nigga room, we vibe together. I walk out 5 minutes later and we got a hook for a fucking song, and I respect that. Not all my shits, don't get it twisted and think that this nigga's writing my hooks or whatever. But say I got some shit that I just put a beat together or whatever, we all produce. I'll come in this room and we'll be freestyling and we're like, oh, okay, that's a catchy hook, and we'll go with it. And it's just like, yo, Mo, what you think about this? And it's like a very well-rounded type of dude, and I and I have to give that to him, son. I gave myself lyricism, I gave myself wittiness. I gotta give him well-rounded. He has a lot of that.
Well-rounded. I would give that to myself, but at the same time, I've seen Mo Damavi mature as an artist. So the only reason why I would give myself the nod is because I sing and he doesn't. So pause, no homo. But I sing and he doesn't. So yeah.
Indigo Junkies is just a team of just people who are dedicated, put themselves together, comprised of members from Rich Brothers, a couple of WEOWNIT records. It just came from just kind of just gelling and just thinking and brainstorming and going back to the drawing board a couple different times, you know, after we had performances and showcases and songs. We keep on going back to the drawing board, just trying to get it right. So the Indigo Junkies is just like black kids, really, with a mind of their own. Indigo to me, that represents the darkness in the skin, the pigmentation. Indigo. Junkies just the fiend for this, you know, the fiend for this knowledge, the fiend for this thinking, just trying to get it right, going to the drawing board, getting it right, and it's just a super group amongst something bigger. You know, Indigo Junkies, man.
Indigo Junkies. That's me. That's Mack Taylor. That's classic. That's 1MC. That's, you gonna have to cut this, but that is, what's his nigga name again? Devon Anthony. That is also P Pressure when we find you know. But Indigo Junkies is basically a power team where we're conscious, we're black, and we're a movement where we're just trying to be everything that we're destined to be. Because I feel like everything that you want in life, you already have it. You just gotta, you know, basically go out there and stake claim to it. So with that conscious, I wouldn't say conscious, because nobody's fully conscious. The only person fully conscious is God. But with that superpower team that's ready for it all, alright? Straight up. We got it, alright? And we're definitely thriving for what we want. You know, we're doing it.
Indigo Junkies is a group of like-minded young brothers who came together and decided, okay, we have to form a supergroup. Basically, if you took Tribe Called Quest and De La Soul and made us one group, that would be Indigo Junkies. That's basically what's happening right now. This is history in the making. And basically, Indigo children are people who strive for a deeper consciousness, a sixth sense, or strive for a deeper meaning of life. And basically, we strive for knowledge and we strive for that same kind of consciousness. So we're junkies for this. You know what I'm saying? We're addicted to finding out more and becoming deeper in our thought and thinking process of life. So I don't know that was too big for y'all, but I'm saying.
Who got next? Whoever's album's coming out first. And we all grinding in the studio right now, and everybody's trying to make the best music possible. But whoever has that release date one day, I know 1MC has a EP. He's definitely working hard on it, and I believe he has next. He has next. Every day I'm always going back and forth. Mack Taylor, that man, he's a brain of his own, and I believe he's working on something. And everybody's just trying to craft something, so it's not the crab in a barrel, mind state, but it's just friendly competition. I mean, we all trying to show our muscle and show what we can do, so we're gonna fight for that next spot. Who got next? Yeah. Make the video. Tell me.
October 3rd.
I mean, that's my home response. I'm supposed to say me, goddamn it.
Cut it. Who got next? It's not just a song. Who got next? Right now we waiting for Mack Taylor to drop. You know, Mack Taylor, as far as I know, with Rich Brothers, he's always doing something with music. Even when I'm stuck at work and shit like that, or you know, this like I said, he's always making something. I've been waiting for his B. Owens or Barry S. Owens or whatever, and that shit you know, he don't let nobody hear his shit. It's like the nigga from Bad Boys 2. He don't let nobody touch his camera. You know, it's like that. I be hearing shit come out the room and I be like, I never heard that before. And then he'll turn it off before he can open the door. It's like, look, I got some new shit I'm working on. I know, nigga, we live in the same house. Like, he won't let you hear the shit, but I know he's working on some crazy shit. Then you got my man from We Own It. You know, my boy 1MC. He's supposed to be the next one dropping, whatever. I'm waiting for the inspiration. That's what I need, or whatever. Honestly, I'm a very dedicated dude to anything I grab hold to. I love this rap shit. I got so much going on that I have so many different works, but I want to make everything original before I put it out. But right now I'm waiting for Mack Taylor, I'm waiting for 1MC, send that inspiration, and you gonna get one from me. Straight up, that was a rhyme. Don't keep it, don't copyright it, just let it be what it is. But yeah, let's get it.
I got motherfucking next. No, so my man 1MC is supposed to have a project coming out before mine. I believe he was supposed to release on the same day. Actually, I didn't know that, but eventually I found out that we were supposed to release on the same day. And I think he pushed his up just to spite the day that I picked. So if he comes out with his, or I come out with my BROVAZ project, BROVAZ yeah, that's my father's name, and basically it's just a memoir of songs in memory of how I felt when my father was around, and it's just real deep. I'm really gonna get lyrical on that. So if y'all want to look for that lyrical content from me, I will definitely give you that lyrical, and everything I say on there is the God honest truth. So whether you like it or you don't, like as far as how you feel about me, it's like a dick. So I'm just saying, nah. But Mack Taylor. Rich Brothers, we own it. Shouts out to everybody. And if, oh yeah, shouts out to my niggas like Keno, Steven, what else? Reggie, both Reggies. You know what I mean? King and Fox. So I can simplify it for y'all. And let's go. I love my mama.